Swadika, thank you for joining us right here on Newsline. We're broadcasting live on NBT, Radio Thailand FM 88, and also on NBT World. It's a Wednesday, and the date is November 11th of 2015, and you're with me, Sandra Hanutsaha. Welcome to today's segment of Thailand Moves Forward. In our first story for you, according to the Prime Minister, the Cabinet has yet to discuss the possible disbandment of the Thailand Creative and Design Center, or TCDC, and TK Park. Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha disclosed the results of the Cabinet meeting, saying many issues of significance were brought up. Nonetheless, he insisted that no discussions were made in regard to the idea of abolishing the TCDC and TK Park under the supervision of the Office of Knowledge Management and Development. The Premier said the government is trying to ensure that all operations of the two organizations are in accordance with the given budgets and the purposes of their existence. The Office of the Public Sector Development Commission has been assigned to evaluate them and come up with restructuring measures to raise their efficiency within 3 months' time. In addition, General Prayut stated that the Cabinet acknowledged an improvement in the Economic Confidence Index over the past 10 months. Assistance measures for drought-affected agriculturists were also discussed, with a view to helping them adapt to the situation effectively. The Cabinet has granted approval to another 6-month extension for the free bus and train policy. Following the Cabinet meeting, Deputy Minister of Finance Wisut Supan revealed that the Cabinet deliberated a proposal to maintain fare exemptions on public buses and third-class trains. The measure has undergone several extensions due to the government's commitment to reducing living expenses for the people. As a result, a resolution was made to keep the bus and train services free for commuters for another year, deferring the measure's expiry date from October 31st this year to April 30th next year. However, the latest extension is estimated to cost the government more than 2 billion baht in revenue. In the meantime, Major General Wirachon Sukontapatipak, Deputy Government Spokesperson, said the Cabinet had also approved a set of measures to promote environmentally friendly conduct.
First, to the matter of industrial development measures to solve issues concerning town planning for industrial development were approved today. Some examples of these measures are more flexible guidelines conducive to the constant changing economic environment, promotion of more environmentally friendly industrial development projects, and the establishment of buffer and projection strip guidelines for different industrial clusters. Approval was also granted today for a 2-year plan of action to clean up a Klong San Sab, one of Bangkok's main waterway for transport. The implementation plans include improvement of water quality and the drainage system, improvement of piers and the surrounding areas along Klong San Sab, and a promotion plan to increase awareness on cleanliness and conservation among communities living along the canal. The plan is part of the government's effort to tackle problems regarding resource sustainability and to promote public health and safety.
Thailand's Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs have sent congratulatory messages to Myanmar officials on the country's success in holding free elections. Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha sent his message to Myanmar President Thein Sein, congratulating him and related authorities on facilitating the success of a free and just election in the country that garnered a large voter turnout. The message also expressed Thailand's commitment to supporting the country's political development and process of reconciliation. Spokesperson of Thailand's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Sekwanameti, delivered his congratulatory message to Myanmar's Foreign Affairs Minister, Wannamung Luin, also confirming Thailand's commitment to cooperating with Myanmar's new government in maintaining stability and building prosperity in both countries and throughout the region. The Department of International Trade Promotion and the Federation of Thai Industries have launched the SME Proactive Project Phase 2 with a goal of generating 10 billion baht in SME export value in 3 years. The department's Director General, Mali Choklamlert, said this 400 million baht project was aimed at assisting the SMEs who wanted to open markets abroad. The project would bring them to international trade fairs in foreign countries and arrange business matching for them. The target group included SMEs in the service, food, health, beauty, and auto parts industries, said the Director General. The 3-year project is keen on penetrating ASEAN, China, Japan, and the EU markets. Around 10,000 SMEs are expected to participate in it. The National Reform Steering Assembly, or NRSA, will explain the framework of its work to diplomatic representatives today. More than 10 parliamentary standing committees have been formed to work on reform issues. Spokesman of the Assembly, Kamnun Sithisaman, said the Assembly was following its roadmap and it had already finished setting up 11 parliamentary standing committees. The committees had 30 days to make their reform plans to be submitted to the Assembly before the plans were implemented and yielded results within 18 months. One of the Assembly's members, Suwat Jirapan, said there would be a meeting between diplomatic representatives at Parliament House on Wednesday, and the representatives will be briefed on duties, roles, missions, goals, as well as work plans of the Assembly. The Assembly will answer their questions after the briefing. Members of the Constitution Drafting Commission, or CDC, have agreed that the appointment of the Prime Minister should only be approved by the House of Representatives. According to CDC spokesperson Amon Wanitmiwat, the charter drafting body had conducted studies of pros and cons between the two-ballot system and the single-ballot system and found that although people can vote for both constituency candidates and party list candidates under the two-ballot system, political parties will not be as strong as they should. On the other hand, the single-ballot system will make political parties strong, given that eligible voters will need to assess the qualifications of each candidate more deliberately, prompting all parties to nominate candidates whom the people really need. In reference to the composition of Prime Minister, the spokesperson said the CDC had agreed that the Prime Minister should be elected or appointed by members of Parliament only. He, however, said the method to select a Prime Minister had yet to be concluded. People across the country and around the world continued to register for the Bike for Dad event on the last day of the registration period. According to the Information and Communication Technology Center under the supervision of the Interior Ministry, the exact number of registered cyclists is 568,427. Of the total number, 99,999 people registered for Bangkok, 458,623 registered for other provinces, and the remaining 9,805 registered for events overseas. The province with the highest number of registered cyclists is Nakhon Ratchasima, with a record of more than 30,000 people, followed by Sagon Nakhon, Songkhla, and Chiang Mai. The registration period is officially over. The Bike for Dad activity will be held simultaneously in all provinces nationwide on Friday, December 11th of 2015 from 3 p.m. onwards. The organizing of the Bike for Dad event comes after Thailand was successful in launching the Bike for Mom 2015 as part of the celebrations for Her Majesty Queen Sirikit's 83rd birthday anniversary in August this year. It was a historic moment and became the biggest cycling event ever held in Thailand and in the world. The Embassy of the United States in Bangkok organized a welcome reception for the newly appointed U.S. ambassador to Thailand yesterday evening. His Excellency Glenn T. Davies is the new U.S. ambassador to Thailand after being nominated by President Obama to the position on April 14th. Important Thai government officials were in attendance, such as the Minister of the Prime Minister's Office, Mom Luang Panatta Disagul, and Bangkok Governor Mom Ratchawong Sukhumpan Boripat, as well as other ambassadors from various countries. His Excellency Mr. Davies gave a speech expressing his appreciation to Thailand for giving him such a warm welcome. He has been stationed in Thailand for 7 weeks now, and so far the ambassador has visited 6 provinces, including Chiang Mai, Trad, Pratchinburi, Rayong, Phetchaburi, and Ratchaburi. The ambassador said that he has learned a lot and has gotten to know Thailand much better since coming here, and he can see that Thailand and the United States have many things in common, and that the Thai people have a deep affection for Americans. The ambassador spoke of the high regard that the United States holds for Thailand and the deep relationship between the countries for nearly 2 centuries, collaborating on a wide range of issues. And that brings us to the end of today's edition of Thailand Moves Forward. It's time for a quick break now, but stay tuned for much more. And first, we'll have a look at the exchange rates and the commodity prices.
To maintain a strong nation, Thailand is promoting 12 core values for the good of the people. First among them, to uphold the 3 pillars: the nation, religion, and the monarchy.
Welcome to ASEAN, a community comprised of 10 countries, each with its unique culture and history, now unifying to bring added prosperity to the region. For centuries, each country remained independent, but now we are coming together to compete in the 21st century globalized world. ASEAN is bringing together more than 600 million citizens and a total land area of 4.4 million square kilometers, and is providing economic opportunities, trade, travel, and new educational possibilities. The combined GDP of all 10 ASEAN countries comes to a total of $2.4 trillion, which means the ASEAN entity ranks amongst the world's major economic powers. The future is here. Welcome to ASEAN, the community of opportunities. The Southeast Asia region is now becoming one.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsline. The government is giving a major boost to the development of community products under the One Tambon One Product or OTOP program to make them better known in the international market. And Kun Naak Rochanasuwan has more for us.
It believes that OTOP operators will have greater opportunities to expand their products into other ASEAN markets when the ASEAN Economic Community, or AEC, is in place. In order to promote OTOP products, the Ministry of Interior is holding a fair where people will get a unique opportunity to buy top-quality OTOP products from all parts of the country. The fair, entitled OTOP to AEC, takes place daily from November the 3rd to November the 25th at Klong Padung Krum Kasem, near Government House in Bangkok. It is arranged in response to the government's policy to help in the marketing of small traders to create confidence among the public in high standards of Thai products. Members of the public are invited to visit the fair, which is open from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. More than 330 OTOP items that have good potential for export are now on display and on sale at the fair. In this event, a team of experts is ready to give advice to OTOP operators and interested persons on ways to develop the standards of products and seek funding sources for their businesses. Thailand launched the OTOP program in 2001 as a self-help mechanism for each and every community, with emphasis on rural areas to draw upon local knowledge and ingenuity. The program aims to build up small enterprises in communities by encouraging the people to manufacture local products using their homegrown skills and expertise. It is a way of stimulating human creativity and innovation at the grassroots level, as well as generating more income for local people. The government offers assistance and advice in terms of modern technology, marketing, and management techniques. The assistance will take the products more attractive for both domestic and international markets. It will also enable villagers to produce their goods to meet higher standards. The development of OTOP products will also help develop community economy and maximize the use of local resources for the maximum benefit. The OTOP products that have good potential will be developed further to enable them to go international. The government has urged relevant government agencies and private organizations to offer a helping hand by giving advice to OTOP operators. Since the AEC will be a market of 600 million people, OTOP products are likely to have a greater market share in the ASEAN region.
Thank you to Kanak for that report. And with the geography of Indonesia being a gigantic archipelago, to get to any of the islands making up the country or to neighboring Southeast Asian nations, the most convenient way is to fly. Experts voice the opinion that even though we have so far seen a huge expansion in the airline business in ASEAN, it is projected to expand even further. And Kun Banoti Sensap reports.
With over 60 million passengers a year, Jakarta's Soekarno-Hatta International Airport is the busiest airport in the ASEAN region. There are nearly 100 airports in Indonesia, 60 are active, and the majority of flights are operated by budget airlines. A growing middle class in Southeast Asia has led to an increasing appetite for travel at affordable prices, and the geography of Indonesia, with its 18,307 islands, give air travel an advantage over other means.
Low-cost airlines now in Indonesia is growing pretty fast. It's pretty big. Yes, the competition is pretty tough. Indonesia have I think now it's the biggest countries, and we have a lot of islands, which is force us to flying here and there in terms of domestic.
The industry has seen strong growth in Southeast Asia due to a surge in the popularity of budget carriers in the region. The financial performance of the aviation industry has been relatively strong in Asia, despite the occurrence of several high-profile tragedies. Continuing low prices have also kept operating costs down. The budget airline AirAsia has been expanding tremendously since its operations commenced in 1996. Its ability to cut back on unnecessary frills and offer just what the customer orders helps the airline cut costs, while the customers also benefit by paying less. AirAsia today is considered the biggest low-cost airlines of the region with a 40% share of the industry's international market.
Now, we have the 40% market share in terms of international flight for Indonesia. We have more than 100 destinations within the group, because now we have AirAsia Indonesia, AirAsia Thailand, AirAsia Malaysia, even we have the AirAsia India and Philippines, and coming up will be Japan. According to IATA, actually on 2034 in Indonesia, it can grow to 250 million people that are flying on 2034. And yeah, I mean, looking at that, well, I guess the future of low-cost carrier in Indonesia specifically, it will grow pretty good in the future.
AirAsia is working with Indonesian government to request minor changes, such as lower passenger service charges and tax exemption in certain areas, as well as the speeding up of the construction of airport infrastructure, so the country will be able to compete with its neighbors. The airline industry in Southeast Asia is expected to enjoy an even brighter future in Indonesia, along with other ASEAN countries, as people need to travel more, both for business and leisure. The spotlight is now on ASEAN as the next major economic hub of the world, when BT World Umbrella seasons up in Jakarta, Indonesia.
In global news, e-commerce giant Alibaba formally began its Singles Day 24-hour sales marathon at midnight last night, an event expected to generate record-breaking revenues even as the Chinese economy slows. The event, marking the most celebrated day of nationwide consumerism in a country still under the one-party rule of the Chinese Communist Party, was held in Beijing's Olympic Water Cube Aquatic Center. The event was attended by foreign celebrities such as 007 star Daniel Craig. The shopping day, similar to Cyber Monday and Black Friday in the United States, has ballooned since it was launched by Alibaba in 2009, with many rivals like JD.com Incorporated staging promotions of their own. For the thousands of vendors featured on Alibaba's Singles Day shopping sites, the promotion can be a mixed blessing. Many hope to boost sales and gain customers, but some retailers have said that hefty discounting can undercut the benefits of increased transactions. And that's all we have for you in this edition of Newsline. If you have any comments or suggestions, then do feel free to email them to us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. You can follow us on Facebook by simply typing in NNT. And do check out our website at thainews.prd.go.th/en. We're going to say goodbye today with footage of the Colima volcano's morning eruptions yesterday in southwestern Mexico. For Newsline, I'm Sandra Hanun Saha. Have a great day. Sawadee ka.